Good afternoon, Mount Hood Territory. It's Wednesday at 12:30-ish. You know what that means. It's time for another Mount Hood Territory Live. Today, we are all the way out in Estacada talking Mount Hood Territory Tap Trail, the Craft Pass, with one of our most tenured breweries in Mount Hood Territory. And of course, we're talking about Fearless Brewing. I'm with Ken. He's kind of the guru here, oversees the operations, been running this now. You guys are in your, what, 14th year, you said?
We just started our 14th year.
So
month.
they know what they're doing. And of course, Fearless Brewing, I love this place, the atmosphere, the fun, the logo. I mean, this place just exudes fun, which is what I think beer making should be all about.
You know, we don't make a lot of money in this business, so if we're not having fun,
What are you doing? What are you doing? So
we gotta have fun.
So one of the cool things about what you talk about is the passion of the way you talk about doing the beer, and what you think is the special ingredient of all your beers. I want to tell the people what that special ingredient is.
The magical waters of the Clackamas River.
I love that. See, that's great. The magical water. What makes it magical?
You know, the Clackamas River takes a lot of guff that it does not deserve. The Clackamas River it's surface water, so it's very soft. It's very neutral. It's a lot easier to put elements into brewing water than it is to try and take undesirable elements out of brewing water. So when you get water that's as pristine as the Clackamas is, it's excellent for making beer because we can adjust that water. We can add things that correlate with whatever style of beer we're making. So it's really great water to brew with. Thanks to the gods and the people that work for the city of Estacada.
And of course, you know, the wild and scenic Clackamas River. You mentioned thanks to the gods, so is that why we've got this whole, you know, this Viking themed kind of Thor looking dude?
Yeah.
Is that where he came from?
Well, Thor is one of the Viking gods. So he was the god of thunder. We also have Loki. Loki was kind of the bad boy. Okay, he was playing tricks on all the other gods, and he was a shapeshifter. And so our big red ale, we decided to call him Loki.
Nice. So where did the whole Viking inspiration come from? I mean, you kind of got a Viking look to you, maybe. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's that. But.
Well, I'm a Swede. The Vikings, but in Eastern Europe, believe me, they think of the Swedes as being the Vikings. So
we're going to take their word for it. So you've got a few different things lined up here. Talk about these. These are kind of like your always going on. So talk about our regulars, and then we'll talk about what's special right now.
Well, obviously the beer that we're most known for is the Scottish Ale. It was one of the first beers we made, and it's been the most popular beer from the first day. Also, that was the first one we started canning, and then we did Mjolnir, which Mjolnir is Thor's hammer in Viking mythology. Okay, it was the weapon of the universe. So we thought for our big IPA, it should be called Mjolnir. Now, if you're having trouble pronouncing it, just pretend the J is a Y. Okay, Mjolnir. So.
Well, of course, with the Marvel Universe now, everybody knows Mjolnir now, you know, Thor's out there. So.
We're hoping.
Yeah.
So then we did our red ale. That one's called Loki. And Peaches and Cream. This is a beer that my wife kept telling me, we've got to have some kind of a fruit beer for this pub.
Okay.
So I finally did this one. We have the Clackamas Cream Ale. It's kind of our Wiedemann Cruz light beer. But so I just decided we're going to use that same recipe and we'll finish it with Peaches and Cream. I thought it had a nice ring to it. So.
No, I like it.
It's very popular in the pub, and so we've been canning this one for probably about 3 or 4 years.
Now, so can people get these in places outside of the pub?
You can get these cans in all your better retail locations, all right? So that's New Seasons, that's Market of Choice, that's Zupan's, some Fred Meyer's, some Safeways. If they don't have it at your favorite store, walk up to customer service and say, I want my Fearless.
I like it. Good stuff. We've got a couple new things here, a couple special ones to try. What have we got on the table for us today? Because I'm excited. I get to try it.
I threw in the Clackamas Cream Ale just because it's that time of year. And a really nice, round, 4.5% to 5% pale ale. You know, it's perfect for lawnmower beer.
Lawnmower beer, I like that.
There you go.
Cheers. All right. You're right. Oh, that's good. That is like easy drinking, smooth, just good hot day. We got a couple of those coming up this week. Maybe I got to get some take home because my lawn's getting a little shaggy anyway. Now that you mentioned it, I probably got a letter from the HOA waiting for me at home right now.
You got to move farther out, bro.
Yeah, that is good. I like it. That's fantastic. So, how long have you been doing this one?
Clackamas Cream Ale, we've been doing that one probably since about 2004.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is
pretty
a
early
long-running
on.
favorite, and I can
Yeah.
see why that is. And this is what you said, kind of like, you know, the introductory one, getting people to first really start getting into and experiencing the nuances of craft beer.
A lot of times when we get that group of 4 or 5 guys come in here, most of them know what they want, and there's that one dude that says, just give me a whatever light. So I tell them, you know, we make beer here, we don't buy it. I make a beer that I'm sure you'll embrace, you'll enjoy, so if I got you a couple ounces, would you try it? Oh yeah, sure. So you hand them a couple ounces and they go, yeah, that'll work. When what they really wanted to say was, wow, that's really nice beer, and it's made right here in my county. That's awesome that I don't have to send my beer money to another country.
I like that. That's always good, the local element. I mean, the fact that you can tell the beer is made right here, that's why it shows right here. The tanks are right here, they're happening. Rich is actually in the process of doing something. I'm not sure what he's doing. You explained it to me, but I don't get the beer making process, I get the beer drinking process. That's what I have down. So what have you got going on right now?
Rich is making Scottish ale. So he just finished his boil a little bit ago, so we're doing what we call knockout. So that means the beer is being pumped out of the kettle through this heat exchanger.
Rich just said hi.
Through this heat exchanger, and then which cools the wort. Unfermented beer is called wort. So it chills the wort from boiling down to about 68 degrees, somewhere in there. And then it through these hoses and into the fermentation vessel. That's where the yeast is waiting, and it'll start the fermentation process.
Now, how long does it go in that process?
Brew day is a day.
Oh, okay.
So to make the beer in this, to produce wort takes a day.
Okay.
Then fermentation is usually on ales is usually around 3-4 days.
Oh, so not that long. Okay.
And after that, then you've got different stages of maturation and conditioning. So we always say we're grain to glass in 12 to 14 days.
Okay, so that's not too bad. Don't worry, the alarm's nothing bad. It's just the timer. What's our next one here? Because I'm looking at that and it looks nice and golden.
So-
and it's very enticing.
We wanted to try something that we had never tried before for summer. So this is a Belgian pale ale.
Oh, okay.
So Belgians, they use different strains that produce a lot of bubble gum and kind of clovey notes coming out. And they're just a really fun beer.
I
It's
actually
something
smell that.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, okay.
a little bit off the beaten path, you know.
Ooh, it's got a little sweet note in it. That is fantastic. Which one is this? Give me the name again.
We're just calling it the style, Belgian Pale Ale.
Belgian Pale Ale.
Nobody
Okay.
came up with a cute name, so
When is this available now? So if somebody
Yes.
came in, they can actually get a taste of this.
yes, sir.
Okay. Explain your tasting process. Somebody comes in here and they say, okay, I saw this on Facebook Live.
Yeah.
Well, how does it go? How do I get in on this?
How do they get a pint? They
Well,
just-
how do you do a flight and everything?
well, we have taster trays, so if they want to come in and taste like 4 different beers, well, whichever 4 they pick, we'll give them little tasters just like what you're tasting. And
I like that.
they can also do the tray that has all 10 of our beers, and that's the same sample. So yeah, they can try everything we've got.
How much does it cost for a taster?
You wouldn't ask me that. They kicked me out of the pub about 10 years ago, so I'm guessing, I think it's around $8
Okay.
for the 10 beer taster. Don't quote me on that.
We'll get it on the website. We'll get the information
There you go.
there. Yeah. Direct them to the website.
Yeah. Fearless.beer. So www.fearless.beer.
Now, as I mentioned before, they're actually one of the breweries on the Mount Hood Territory Tasting Trail where you can get 8 breweries and 1 cidery, 9 brews for $20. It's actually a $40 value, so you're getting 50% savings. So not only can you check out stuff here at Fearless, we also head over to Bed Shovel Brewing, Boring Brewing, which is really close to here actually, Coin Toss Brewing, Drinking Horse, Feckin, Oregon City, Portland Cider Company, Vanguard Brewing. Sales are only going to September 5th, so they are running out of time. If you want to get the pass, make sure you buy September 5th. Hurry up. You can redeem it by October 5th. So you are running out of time to buy. You've got a little more wiggle room there to taste it, but definitely worth it. You get to meet some awesome people. And that's one of the cool things about coming to these breweries, especially here at Fearless. You get to meet the people who make the beer and get the passion behind the beer. It's not just some bottle you're buying off a shelf and God knows what you're getting. These people are going to tell you how they're made, how it's made, what they're doing to make it, the special, the passion, the love, the magical waters of the Clackamas River. So, I mean, you can't beat that experience. It's all part of the game, right?
That's the beautiful part about craft beer. You get to meet a lot of great people, and yeah, that's it.
One of the cool things about Fearless as well is you guys have food as well.
Yeah.
It's not just, not only beer, but you've got some great. Talk a little bit about what people can find on your menu. You've got a good kids menu as well, so there's family friendly. So what do we got there?
We've been flipping burgers now for 14 years, okay?
And they're good burgers.
So we got the burgers, we got some wraps, make some salads. There's just a kids menu where they can do the little chicken bites and things like that. Of course, French fries, onion rings, that sort of stuff.
All my kind of food.
Yeah, you got to have your deep fried.
Oh,
So all good stuff to soak up beer so you can drink more. Did I say that out loud?
I think you said it perfectly. I couldn't ask for anything better. Maybe you might take my job. Direct people, how do they find you?
Estacada is really simple, okay? Once you get to Estacada, there's one stoplight in town, okay? That's Broadway Street. You turn one way, you go in the river. You turn the other way, you come downtown. So that's not even a big choice, okay?
So judging by the fact that we're not underwater, don't turn towards the river.
So when you get to the stoplight, turn towards downtown. That's the left, typically. Unless you're coming off the mountain, then it's a right. Now that you're thoroughly confused, my job is done.
Perfect. So head down to Estacada. It's part of the Mountain Territory Tap Trail. You can find some really awesome beers. I'm going to get more of the
Belgian Pale
Belgian
Ale.
Pale Ale, yeah. I couldn't remember my geography there.
It's all right.
Public schooling problem.
I have an OLCC license, brother. I'm trained.
Head out to Fearless Brewing, one of the awesome brewers on the Tap Trail. We're going to head to the only cidery on the Tap Trail next week. That's Portland Cider Company in Clackamas. For right now, I'm going to enjoy some more beer here at Fearless Brewing. I'm going to hang out with Ken and find out some more of the magical waters of the Clackamas River. Made some more excellent beers. We'll see you next time, Mountain Territory Live. Wednesday next week, 12:30-ish, Portland Cider Company. Until now, I'm going to enjoy some Fearless Brewing. See you next week.